Social media is leading to a decline in politeness and growth in offensive and abusive speech and writing. I think that is happening mainly because people only read they get their sound bites from Facebook posts and blogs that may not actually have good writing, and children now use their mobile phones to chat with their friends. They have slangs for everything. They don't actually care about how to write properly anymore. I think that's the reason. I think it starts from very young age now that this kind of behavior is happening all the way to teenagers, all the way to people in their 20s who use social media a lot, and they really don't know how to write properly, or they don't know what being polite means, or they also tend to be offensive and abusive online because they think that no one can see them, and this tends to also affect their real life communication skills. If you get used to being abusive on the internet, then you actually probably gonna become abusive outside as well in the long run. What advice would I give to parents who want to keep their children safe online? Basically, know what what your children are looking at online, what kind of websites they visit. You have to set clear rules as to which websites the children are allowed to visit and which websites, what kind of websites aren't. Make sure that you actually block certain websites in advance, because once children start using the computer, then you probably don't know. Especially if these are teenage children, they probably know how to delete all their history, and so basically you probably won't be able to figure out where they went online. So it's probably useful to set basic rules of what they can and cannot do on the computer, on the internet, before you buy them or let them use computers. Again, keeping their children safe, the same rules apply. Don't talk to strangers. Don't only talk to people who you actually know outside. If they're your friends outside, then you can talk to them online. But don't talk to strangers that you don't know outside in the real world. I think internet service providers such as Google do not do enough to keep internet safe for users, because I can just go to a criminal website right now and Google is not doing anything to stop me. It's not doing anything to stop me. So it is not stopping children from going to porn websites. Or so I would say that since these are automated services like Google and MSN and so have you, I think people are the ones who need to be careful and determine what is appropriate content for their children and what is not. So instead of blaming on people or organizations such as Google, I think we really need to look at ourselves. Are we doing enough to keep our children safe? Yeah, but my answer is no. The internet service providers such as Google are not doing enough to keep the internet safe for its users. I think it is us who has to make it safe for ourselves by avoiding illegal activities or avoiding going to bad websites. What ought to be done to make shopping and banking on the internet safer? I think many shopping and banking websites are really good at trying to prevent unauthorized or access or purchases, mainly because they don't want to have bad reputations. So I think banking services online, for example, have now triple or more than triple or multiple layer of protection, safety. So I think they are doing pretty well in terms of, I think that if they could make use of things such as fingerprint scanning or face ID function of our mobile phone for internet banking instead of just using the passwords, I think that would make it much safer. I think that's the only thing I can recommend to the banking and the online shopping companies. Thank you. Bye.